My person for the Renaissance idol was Henry VIII, who was a humanist and King of England. He was born on June 28, 1491 in Greenwich and died on January 28, 1547 in London. He took the throne after his brother Arthur, who was the first in line for the throne, died. Henry VIII's father was Henry VII, who was the previous King of England. He lived from 1466 to 1503. His mother was Elizabeth of York, who was the Queen Consort to Henry VII and lived from 1485 to 1509. Henry VIII had three siblings named Arthur, who lived from 1486 to 1502, Mary, who lived from 1489 to 1541, and Margaret Tudor, who lived from 1496 to 1533. Henry VIII had a total of 6 wives: Catherine of Aragon, who bore to Mary I, who became future queen; Anne Boleyn, who bore to Elizabeth I, who took over as queen; Jane Seymour, who bore to Edwin VI, Henry VIII's successor; Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr. Henry VIII spoke a multitude of other languages, such as Latin, Spanish, French, and Italian. He played many instruments like the lute, organ, and harpsichord. In addition to this, he made hymns, ballads, and masses. He was taught mathematics and theology. He enjoyed physical activities like wrestling, jousting, hunting, and archery. He had also wrote a book named The Defense of the Seven Sacraments. Before his controversial separation from the Church, Henry VIII had a close relationship with the Church and Pope Clement VII. When Henry VIII was still married to Catherine of Aragon, his first wife, he and Pope Clement VII got along well, Clement VII even titling him Defender of Faith after he wrote The Defense of the Seven Sacraments. Before he could divorce Catherine of Aragon and marry Anne Boleyn, Henry VIII had to separate himself from the Church and be excommunicated by the Pope. The reason behind this being because Pope Clement VII didn't want to incur the wrath of Charles V, King of Spain, so he denied King Henry's request for divorce, which caused Henry VIII to create his own denomination of the Roman Catholic Church. The Reformation was when the Church of England broke away from the Pope and the Roman Catholic Church. After being refused from divorcing his wife Catherine of Aragon, Henry VIII had Thomas Cranmer, who was the Archbishop of Canterbury, annul the marriage. To reason this to the people, he said the marriage to his brother's widow went against biblical teachings. Once the Reformation actually began, Henry VIII started passing laws and acts like the Act of Supremacy. This act made it so Henry VIII was the head of both the Church of England and his clergy. It also stated that the Parliament wouldn't be able to lift this act later on. The Act of Supremacy also stated that it stood above any and all foreign policies. In addition to the Act of Supremacy, many laws and actions were taken and passed against the Roman Catholic Church and its ideals. Some of these being the shutting down of monasteries, both big and small. Henry VIII could also decide what was and what wasn't heresy, this being punishable by death by burning.